Alrighty, here we go. Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Freebooters franchise here in year number 10. Last episode, we took on the Sawteeth for the only time this year in our final regular season. We ended up defeating them rather easily, 6-1, behind a great pitching performance from the number 4 starter, Malaya Ellison. Today we're going to head into a contest against the Sirloins. We enter at 3-1, and the Sirloins will enter at 2-2. We are a half game behind the Herbivores, who currently sit at 4-1. On the mound for both clubs will be their ace starters. For us, that is Hedwig Lafayette, who's 1-0 with a 3.86 ERA and a 1.14 whip. And on the other side for the Sirloins, it is 10th-year veteran right-hander Durbin Holmes. Second year for him as their ace, he is 1-0 with a 1.35 ERA and an 0.75 whip. Alrighty, we're just waiting on these portraits to load here so that way we can go ahead and jump right in. I've learned that if you don't let the portraits load, you do not get a good... you have to basically restart the game to get everything back to where it was. So yeah, it's best even if we have to wait a couple of minutes here. It's still probably worth it than having to restart the whole game again. I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. Alright, so looking at the ratings, looks like the Sirloins have invested mostly in their bullpen. They also have pretty good defense and contact. Speed and starting pitching are about average, and their power is almost non-existent, so they've definitely invested in some contact hitters and also some good defenders, as well as going all in on bullpen pitching specifically. So I'm intrigued to see if that's going to work. I mean, they're starting at 2-2 on the year, so that's not horrible, but if you want to be a division contender, you need to be above 500 here pretty quickly, especially before the halfway point. Alrighty, let's have a look. Here's the lineup for today's game for us. Leading off is our captain, center fielder Nico Jennings. Then in left field is going to be the rookie Gideon Turnbull. He is locked in, showing off a new power boost as he was promoted to B+ overall at the end of last episode. Batting third and locked in is first baseman Kenzie Rodriguez. Then batting fourth at shortstop, locked in, is rookie Aaliyah Orr. Batting fifth, starting at third base today, is Harsh McFreddy. Batting sixth, catcher Everett Ho. Batting seventh, second baseman Cole the Fishman Samming. Batting eighth, showing off a new contact boost, is backup middle infielder Elliott Straining. He will be the DH. And batting ninth in right field will be Dash Correa, the second-year player. McFreddy moving to third base today instead of Colton Burnett because Burnett is tense. And McFreddy has utility, which allows him to play third base without suffering a fielding penalty. And as we know, Lafayette's going to be on the mound. I don't think this is going to load properly. None of the portraits have even loaded, so it is just not going well. So I think we are unfortunately going to have to restart the game just because. Alright, there's the title screen. Yeah, I'm just going to play it safe and restart it. I mean, I didn't want to restart it, but at the same time, it's probably a better idea just to do that and not run the risk of it just crashing on us when we try to load it. Give that a good load. Whew. Another hot one here today. Up over 90 degrees again. Pardon me, Jesus. Alrighty, let's see if they load up this time. There we go, there we go. Couldn't even get one portrait last time, and we already got some. So yeah, let them load in properly here real quick. There we are. Alright, let's get it on. Lineup's been previewed. Make sure all the portraits load in properly here. Turnbull, Rodriguez, Orr, McFreddy, Ho, Salmon, Straining, and Correa. Perfect. Let's go. Alrighty, and we are at home again. This is our second consecutive road game. It is the last one I believe we have in this first half of the season. We had our first 3 games on the road, then we had 2 at home, and then our next 3 are also going to be on the road here to end the first half of the season. Then in the back half of the year, we're going to have 6 home games, so it kind of balances out. But unfortunately, our season finale for the regular season is on the road. It is not at home. Should be an interesting contest. I want to see if our offense can dominate their offense. It looks like we have the better rated offense on paper. We'll see how things go when we actually jump into the game. We also have the better rated starting pitching, the better rated defense. Our bullpen, however, is severely outclassed. That is definitely our weak point on this team. It's our bullpen and our lack of speed. But our speed is even with the sirloin, so I didn't bother to mention it. All right, let's get it on. We're going to have Kaufman, Pitts, and Brooks do up first for the sirloins, and 2 of them are killing it right now. And Stump Pitts, our former captain, is batting second. Oh, revenge game. Here we go. Leading off is on fire second baseman Kitty Kaufman, batting .353 with 7 RBIs here through a quarter of the season. We're going to take a quick look at Lafayette's numbers on the year. Hedwig is 1-0. She got the win on opening day. Gave up 3 earned runs in that start in 7 innings for a 3.86 ERA. She also had a 1.14 whip, giving up 8 hits, and 1 of them a home run. She struck out 6 batters and did not walk anybody. Batting average against is .296, second best in the starting rotation behind Malaya Ellison, who only gave up 7 hits in her start. All right. And here's the Sirloins lineup today. After Kaufman, it is former Freebooters captain, first baseman Stump Pitts. He is tense, batting second. Then batting third is left fielder Brittany Brooks. She is locked in. No, she's on fire. Oh, shit. Batting fourth, third baseman Sky Rodriguez. Batting fifth, the shortstop Prawn Overly. Batting sixth, DH Wesley Stevenson, the rookie. Batting seventh, center fielder Damian Rush, who is tense. Batting eighth in right field today, normally on the bench, Casper Stern. I guess he's promoted to starter when they lost Flower Allen in free agency. And batting ninth, catcher Chase Tabol. From the playoff roster of the starters, Kaufman, Brooks, Rodriguez, Overly, Rush, and Tabol all return. Stern was on the bench last year, but he's another returner. Stevenson is a rookie, and Pitts was signed in free agency. On the bench, Sergio Hunter was on the playoff roster last year. He is sitting out because he is tense. Rodney Park was signed in free agency. Olaf Beerson was signed in free agency, and Clutch Corman was on the team last year. Let's get it on. First pitch fastball at the letters, line to right field, and that is a base hit for Kaufman to start the game on 1 pitch. And we already have a speedster on at first. Next up is Stump Pitts, the former Freebooters captain. 10th year vet, hitting .278 on the year. Contact versus right-hander active, and he is currently tense at the moment. Hit off first, runners going. We got Kaufman in a rundown. Rodriguez will put the tag on her there as she is picked off and down to locked-in Mojo. First pitch coming to Pitts is a curveball at the knees. That is a strike as it caught the corner. Fastball middle away is a strike. Quickly 0-2 as that activates tough out here for Pitts, so he's still a dangerous hitter. Change it down and away in the dirt. Off the block of Ho. Still low, 1-2. Slider up and in. Inside. Fisted to third. McFreddy charges. He'll make the play. 2 down. Now to bring up Brittany Brooks, the left fielder who's on fire, hitting .500 on the year with 5 RBIs. Switch fastball down and in. Fouled off by Brooks as he's late, 0-1. Batter up and away. Fouled off by Brooks again, 0-2. Change up and in. Chased it inside, strike 3. First punch out for Lafayette, and that's a 1-2-3 inning despite the base hit. She picks off the runner, gets a ground out, and a strikeout. Bottom 1, Jennings, Turnbull, and Rodriguez do up against Holmes. Leading off is our captain, center fielder Nico Jennings, hitting .389 with 4 RBIs on the year. Here's a look at Holmes' numbers on the season. In his first start, Holmes got the win, gave up 1 earned run in 6 2/3 innings. Gave up 3 hits and 2 walks. One of those hits a homer. He also hit 2 batters. Batting average against, and he struck out 3. Batting average against 130. Very solid numbers. Whip of .075 and an ERA of 1.35. Very solid start. Curveball inside misses to Jennings. Ball 1. Curveball down and in. Caught the zone this time. 1-1. Fastball up line to center field. That is a base hit as it gets past the diving Kaufman. Jennings will start the game with a leadoff single, and he will have Steeler activate. Here is Turnbull, the rookie, left fielder locked in, hitting .529, 3 RBIs on the year, and showing off his new power ratings. Gained a monstrous +10 on a random roll after last game. Dude is feeling it right now. Fastball up and away is a strike from Holmes, 0-1. Change up away outside, 1-1. Change it down, rip foul by Turnbull, 1-2. Fastball up, Turnbull drives it to left center field. He got a good piece of it, but it's going to die at the wall as Brooks makes the catch, 1 down. Coming up next for the Freebooters is first baseman Kenzie Rodriguez. .579 average with 4 homers and 9 RBIs on the year. Power of his right-hander active as she is locked in. Rodriguez hit a home run in each of the first 3 games of the year. 2 in the 3rd game as well. Or 2nd game. Fastball inside, misses, ball 1. Slider inside, misses, 2-0. Good hitters count for Rodriguez. Heater is high from Holmes, 3-0. Fastball up, ball 4. That is a 4-pitch walk as Holmes wants nothing to do with Rodriguez. I don't blame him. First walk today, and that'll bring up Aaliyah Orr, the rookie shortstop, who's locked in with RBI man. Hitting .579 with 1 homer and 7 RBIs. Change up outside from Holmes, nowhere near the zone, ball 1. Change up at the knees, Orr waits on it, drives it to right center field. That's going to hang up for Rush, though, to make the catch, 2 down. As it just hung up a little bit too long. First and second with 2 down for McFreddy. Third baseman hitting .500 on the year. 4 RBIs so far this season as he looks to come in clutch. Curveball in there away for a strike, going 1. Fastball down and in, bloop to left center field. That's going to be a tough play. Diving over is Overly, but he can't get there, and that's going to be an RBI single as Jennings scores from second on the play. And Rodriguez sprained her wrist, diving back into second base. Oh, no. Yep, sprained the wrist. Down to 2 bars of health. Rodriguez will have to come out of the game on that injury, although the RBI does go to McFreddy. He will move back to first base with that injury, and coming off the bench to play third base will be Colton Burnett as he is tense. He will have to come into play. Here's Everett Ho hitting .357, 1 RBI on the year for the catcher, batting in the 6th slot today. Outside pitch active for him as always, as that curveball's inside, misses, ball 1. Fastball up and in is a strike, 1-1. Curveball down in the way, dribbled through the middle. Right to Kaufman, who's standing on second base, and McFreddy is forced out to end the inning. 1 run, though, on the single by McFreddy, but we do lose Kenzie Rodriguez to a sprained wrist. To the second, it's 1-0. Rodriguez, Overly, and Stevenson do up. Leading off is the cleanup hitter today, third baseman Sky Rodriguez, the 10-year vet, hitting .333 on the year with 1 RBI. Fastball down in the way is a strike at the knees, 0-1. Curveball down and in. Grounded hard at the middle. That is a base hit for Rodriguez. Her first today. She'll be 1 for 1. As the leadoff man on again for the Sirloins. Next up is the shortstop Prawn Overly. 5-hitter hitting .333 as well on the year. He's got 1 RBI. Slider up and away. Driven by Overly. Dead center field. He got a good piece of it. Jennings back to the wall. Leaps out of his reach. That is a home run. Braun Overly finds the seats. It's his first of the year, and that gives the Sirloins a 2-1 lead as they're back on top. He is now locked in. Now to bring up the 6-hitter today, rookie DH Wesley Stevenson, hitting .250 on the year. First pitch changeup down and in from the tense Lafayette is a called strike at the knees, 0-1. Lafayette's ERA has ballooned up over 5 here. Hitting the hole to short or dives past her in this left field. That is a base hit. 3 straight hits to start the inning for the Sirloins. That'll bring up center fielder Damian Rush. 10th-year vet hitting .133 with an RBI. He's currently tense. First pitch curveball down in the way is a strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and in. Inside, 1-1. Just misses the corner. Change it down and in. Check swing is inside, 2-1. Slider up and away. Chased it high. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. Fastball down and in. Check swing strike at the called at the knees. Second punch out for Lafayette today. 1 down in the inning, and that'll bring up right fielder Casper Stern. 8-hitter hitting .231 with 1 homer. 5 RBIs on the year. promoted off the bench to a starter this past offseason with the loss of Flower Allen to free agency. Curveball away is in the dirt, ball 1. Fastball down and in, skied into left center field. Jennings going over into the corner. Jennings there for it in the gap, makes the catch, 2 down, and that was not Flower Allen that was lost in free agency. That was Ania Island. I am thinking of the Blowfish. Blowfish at Flower Allen. Here's Chase Teboul, the catcher, batting in the 9 slot, hitting 154, 2 RBIs on the year. First pitch fastball up and in is a strike, going 1. Fastball up and away is a strike, going 2. Fastball down and away, fouled off, 0-2. Down and in, chased it in the dirt, strike 3. Third punch out for Lafayette today. She gets out of the inning. But 2 runs on the home run by Overly give the Sirloins their first lead of the day. 2-1 to the bottom of the 2nd. Bottom 3 in the Freebooters lineup do up the Fishman, Cole Salmon, Elliott Straining, and Dash Correa. Leading off is going to be second baseman Cole, the Fishman Salmon, hitting .333 on the year with 3 RBIs. No home runs yet for him. Inside pitch active as he takes a fastball down and away, just low from Holmes, ball 1. Change it down the middle, grounded to first right at Pitts, who's going to make the easy play, 1 down. Next up is rookie second-year DH, Elliott Straining. 1 pinch hit roll on the season. He is 0 for 1. Curveball at the knees, turned on by Straining as he rips it into the corner, but that is just foul as he's early. 0-1. Straining got a +13 random contact roll last episode. Right after the game. Curveball down, bounces, ball 1. Fastball up, swung through it, 1-2. Slider down and in, grounded up the middle. Just Overly right there forward to make the easy play, 2 down. That's going to bring up right fielder Dash Correa, hitting .091 on the year, which is 1 for 11 if you're good at math. That's why he's at the bottom of the lineup today. 2 down, nobody on as that changeup is down and in from Holmes, ball 1. Fastball up and away, lined into the right field corner. That's going to get down, and that might hop to the wall as it gets by Stern, and that will be extra bases for the speedy Correa. He's in with a double. That extends the inning here for the top of the lineup. Here comes Nico Jennings, 1 for 1 today with a single. Captain looking to drive in another run as he scored back in the first inning. Curveball down and the way is low from Holmes, ball 1. Stealer active for Correa at second, although I'm not going to try and steal third base, especially with Teboul's cannon behind the dish. And there's the pickoff as they're worried about him. Correa dives back in. Change up and away, line through the middle. That is a base hit for Jennings as Correa is going to round third. He will beat Rush's throw home. That is a RBI single for the captain as we're tied at 2. Next up is the rookie Gideon Turnbull, no longer locked in as he lined out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Pick off the first, nothing doing as the stealer Jennings is back. Curveball inside from Turnbull, misses, ball 1. Fastball up and away, check swing strike, 1-1. Runner goes, change up and away is a strike, throw down from Teboul is late, it's a stolen base for Jennings. Nico's first stolen base of the season, he is 1 for 1 as well. 1-2 the count though to Turnbull. Slide at the knees, bloop to left center field, that will get down in front of the sliding Brooks, rounding third and scoring easily as Jennings as he runs well. RBI for the rookie Turnbull, and we take the lead 3-2 as he's locked in again. Got to bring up third baseman Colton Burnett, who is tense. First at bat of the game for him as Kenzie Rodriguez unfortunately sprained her wrist, diving back into second base in the first inning. Burnett hitting .333 on the year with 1 RBI. Slider in the dirt from Holmes, ball 1. Turnbull no threat to run over at first as that changeup is a strike down and in, 1-1. Fastball middle in, swings through it late, 1-2. Burnett was really slow to react. Ooh, almost chased that up and in as he almost got drilled, 2-2. Fastball down, dribbled through the middle, and Burnett has himself a seeing eye single. Turnbull rounds second and draws the throw as he retreats easily. Burnett back to neutral mojo, first and second now with 2 down for Aaliyah or the rookie. Flew out with runners in scoring position her last time up. 0 for 1 today. RBI man active again. Curveball drifts outside from Holmes, who is now tense. 1-0 the count. Fastball up and in, skied to left center field. That is going to get down as Rush was shading her to the right center gap. Burnett running for third will beat the throw in. It's an RBI single for Orr. It's 4-2 as Turnbull scores. Next up, McFreddy, 1 for 1 with an RBI single today. Fastball up and away is high. Ball 1. Fastball up and in, turned on line to third. Leaping Rodriguez. She will make the catch. That ends the inning. The 3 runs for the Freebooters give them the lead back. It is 4-2. To the third, Kaufman, Pitts, and Brooks top of the lineup against Lafayette. Leading off the inning is Kitty Kaufman, who singled her first time up and then was picked off trying to steal second base in the first inning. First pitch slider middle away. It drifts too far outside. Ball 1. Fastball down and in is a strike at the knees. 1-1. Change up and away. Outside. 2-1. Fastball up and in. Kaufman lines up the first base line. McFreddy dives off his body into foul territory. That is an infield single. Kaufman 2 for 2, and that'll bring up Pitts, who's 0 for 1. Both hitter and batter are tense right now. Pick off first, nothing doing. Pick off first, nothing doing. First pitch curveball at the knees, runner goes. Pitts swings, and it's a hit and run as he crushes that to right center field. He got all of that one, folks. It is gone. Home run for Stump Pitts, his first of the year, and that ties it up at 4 as he homers against his old club in the first game he's played against them since being released. Next up is Brittany Brooks, the left fielder, who's locked in. 0 for 1 today. Fastball up and away, outside, ball 1. Down and in, low, 2-0. Ball middle away, dribbled back to Lafayette, who makes the stop. 1 down. Next up is Sky Rodriguez, 1 for 1 today for her. She also scored on the Overly homer in the second inning. Fastball up and away, fouled back, 0-1. Down and away, check swing strike, 0-2. Slider up and in, swung through it, strike 3. 4th punch out for Lafayette today, 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up shortstop Prawn Overly, who homered his first time up on a first pitch slider up and away. That was his first homer of the year. He's currently locked in thanks to it. First pitch fastball down and away, fouled back by Overly, 0-1. The ball up, taken high, 1-1. Change up and away high, taken, 2-1 as he was sitting change up. Fastball down and in, grounded hard through the middle, base hit for Overly. He's now 2 for 2. He'll be on at first to extend the inning here with a 2-out single. That'll bring up the 6-hitter Wesley Stevenson. DH is single today. He's 1 for 1. First pitch curveball down and in is a check swing, is a strike called at the knees. 0-1. Fastball down and away, chased it outside. 0-2. Change up and in, fouled back. 0-2. Right in the middle away. Strike 3 called up and away as the runner was going on the pitch. Stevenson down looking, 5th punch out for Lafayette today as she gets out of the inning. But a 2-run bomb from former Freebooter captain Stump Pitts ties the game at 4. Bottom 3, Ho, Salmon, and Straining due up. Catcher Effort Ho's leading off the inning. He's 0 for 1 today. Her ball middle in is a strike, 0-1. Fastball up and in, swung through late, 0-2. Change up at the knees, pulled foul, 0-2. Change it down and in, swung out in front of it, strike 3. First punch up for Holmes today, 1 down. That'll bring up the fishman, Cole Salmon. 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Fastball up and away, bloop down the left field line, that is foul though, 0-2 to Salmon. Fastball up and away is outside, 1-2. Fastball up, Sky popped up shortstop, Overly there on the edge of the left center grass. Makes the catch, 2 down. Next up is rookie Elliott, second-year hitter Elliott Straining, 0 for 1 today with a ground out to shortstop. Curveball middle in is a called strike, 0-1. Slider low, dribbler to third. Rodriguez charges on the bare hand, makes the throw. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Holmes. To the 4th, we're still tied at 4. Rush, Stern, and Tabul do up. Neither starter has their best stuff, as both have given up 4 runs and 7 hits so far today. Holmes has also walked a batter. Here's Rush, 0 for 1. First pitch fastball down and in is a strike at the knees, 0-1. Curveball middle away. Line to left field. That is another base hit. 8th hit today for the Sirloins as Rush is on to start the inning. Next up is right fielder Casper Stern, who's 0 for 1. Pick off first. Nothing doing. Slider down and in is low. Ball 1. Change up. Taken high by Stern. 2-0. Pick off first. Nothing doing. Curveball down in the way. Strike called at the knees. 2-1. Fastball up. Chased it high. 2-2 the count to Stern. Slider down and in. Inside. Full count now. Fastball down and away. Dribbled foul. Still a full count. Change up and in. Driven deep by Stern. Left center field. He cracked that one, folks. It is gone. Home run for Casper Stern. His 2nd of the year. And that 2-run shot, 3rd today for the Sirloins, makes it a 6-4 game. Stern now locked in. Next up is Tavol 0 for 1 intense. Fastball up and away is a strike. 0-1. The ball down and in. Foul back. 0-2. 0-2 pitch coming. Change up in the dirt. Good check swing. 1-2 the count. Fastball up and in. Blooper into left field. Or dives just out of a reach. Base hit for Tavol. 10th hit today for the Sirloins as all 3 batters have reached this inning. Lafayette now rattled. And that'll bring up Kaufman. 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Pitch curveball down and in. Pulled foul. 0-1. Fastball down and away. Dribbler to the right of the mound. Lafayette the 2nd with the 1 or back to first. Just late. Fielder's choice. Lafayette back to new tense mojo. And that'll bring up Pitts, who homered last time up. He's 1 for 2. Pick off first. Low for pick, but good save by McFreddy. Fastball down and in on the first pitch. Grounded foul up the 3rd base line. 0-1. Slider middle away. Check swing outside. 1-1. Pick off first. Nothing doing. Kaufman gets back. Fastball down in the way. Called a strike. Runner goes. Throw down by Ho. Late. Stolen base for Kaufman. For Kitty. That is her 2nd attempt, 2nd stolen base of the year. She's 2 for 3, 1 for 2 in this game. 1-2 the count as tough out activates for Pitts. Slider down and in. Ripped hard foul into the Freebooters dugout. 1-2. Change it down in the way. Fouled off. Still 1-2. Fastball up and in. Swung through it. Strike 3. 6th punch out for Lafayette today. 1 down. Or 2 down in the inning. Next up, Brooks 0 for 2. Ball down in the way in the first pitch. Ripped hard foul by Brooks. 0-1 as she's early. Fastball down and in. Check swing is low. 1-1. Change up and away. Outside. 2-1 to Brooks. Slider up and in. Pop foul out of play. 2-2. Fastball down in the way. Outside. Full count. Ball down and in. Check swing low. Good eye from Brooks. First walk today for Lafayette. 1st and 2nd now with 2 down for Rodriguez. 1 for 2 with the single. Slider up and away in the first pitch. Outside on the check. Ball 1. Change it middle of the way. Called a strike. 1-1. Fastball down and in is a strike. 1-2. Ball down in the way. Swung through it. Strike 3. 7th punch out for Lafayette as that ends the inning. But 2 more runs score and another home run for the Sirloins. And this time it is right fielder Casper Stern getting in on the action. Bottom 4. Sirloins lead 6-4. Correa, Jennings, and Turnbull do up. Correa 1 for 1 today with a double. Later scored a run. Fastball is a strike at the letters from Holmes. 0-1. Fastball down the way. Hit up the first baseline. That is a fair ball past the diving Pitts, heading for the corner. Stern misplays it again, and Correa's going to have another double. In scoring position to start the inning as he's locked in. Brings up Jennings, who singled in Correa last time up. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles and 2 runs scored and 1 RBI. Slider middle away, line to short, right at Overly, though, for the first out. Bad luck there. Next up is the rookie Gideon Turnbull, who singled in Jennings last time up. He's 1 for 2. Singled an RBI today. Change up inside from Holmes, misses, ball 1. For ball up and in is inside, 2-0. Fastball up and in, Turnbull skies it to dead center field. That is going to be deep enough to advance Correa. Tags up on the cut throw, and he's at third with 2 down. That's going to bring up Colton Burnett. 1 for 1 today with a single. Looking to come through in the clutch to drive in a run. Changed up and away, fouled off as home as it's a diving attempt over there at third. 0-1. Slider in the dirt bounces. Good block by the catcher. Tabul, 1-1. Curveball up and in is a strike this time. 1-2 the count to Burnett. Fastball up and away, lined in the hole to third. Rodriguez picks it up off the dirt, and that's going to be a line out to end the inning. To the 5th, 6-4 the score. Overly, Stevenson, and Rush do up. Leading off is Prawn Overly, 2 for 2 today with a 2-run homer and a single. First pitch curveball to him at the knees. Fouled off, 0-1. Slider down and away is outside, 1-1. Fastball up and away. Sky ball to right field. Correa back a few steps in front of the warning track. Calls for it. Makes the catch, 1 down. Next up, Stevenson, 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch slider down and away is outside for a called strike. Stevenson struck out looking last time up on that very same slider. Fastball down and in. Dribbler to second. Salmon charges bare hands and flips to first. 2 down. Next up is Damian Rush. Center fielder, 1 for 2 today with a single. First pitch fastball up and in is a strike. Going 1. Slider up and away. High. 1-1. Good eye. Ball down and in. Foul back. 1-2. Change it down and away in the dirt. 2-2. Fastball up and in. Check swing inside. Full count. Slider down and away. Swing through it. Strike 3. 8th punch out for Lafayette as she gets a 1-2-3 inning to end her day as she gets through the 5th. Bottom 5. 6-4 the score. Orr, McFreddy, and Ho do up. Here's Leah Orr, rookie 1 for 2. Singled in a run last time up. She's also flown out today. Slider down in the way is called. Strike the knees. 0-1. Fastball up. Line to right center field. That is going to get down for a base hit as Rush was playing deep. Orr's second hit today. She is 2 for 3. Leadoff woman on for the Freebooters in the 5th. Here's Harsh McFreddy, 1 for 2 with an RBI single today. He is also flown out. Lined out, whatever. Fastball down in the way. Changeup down the way is outside. Ball 1. Fastball up and in. Line to center field. That is going to get down in front of Rush for another base hit. Back-to-back singles start the inning for the Freebooters as Holmes is tense. That brings up Ho, who's 0 for 2. And Holmes will be done on that note as he goes 5+ innings. Currently in line for the win. He's only given up 4 earned runs, almost 10 hits, I think a little bit over, and 1 walk. Is responsible for the runners on base. Coming out of the bullpen is left-hander Charlie Best. Charlie Best on the year has no record. He has a 13.50 ERA and a 1.50 WHIP. 4 earned runs given up in his 1 appearance, totaling 2 2/3 innings. He gave up 4 hits, 2 of them home run balls, and he struck out a batter. Batting average against .333 on the year. And Holmes gave up 10 hits as well as the 1 walk. Outside pitch active for Ho here, who I believe is 0 for 2 today. Fastball below the knees, ball 1. Changeup low, 2-0. Fastball up and in is a called strike, this time to Best, 2-1. Fastball up and in, lined up the middle. Overly there, makes the catch, and they double off Orr, 2 down. Next up is Salmon, Fishman 0 for 2 today. Specialist active here for Best. Two-seamer high, misses, ball 1. Fastball up and away is high, 2-0. Fastball down and in, turned on by Salmon, crushed to right center field. That is going to hang up, though, for Rush, who misses it as it gets by him. Salmon's going to have extra bases as the runner will score from first base. It is a double for Salmon. It is 6-5 Freebooters. That was a horrible miscue from Rush. Just like he got there and never looked up. Next up, Straining, 0 for 2 today, looking to drive in the tying run. Change it down, pulled foul, 0-1. Fastball away, misses from best, 1-1. Fastball at the knees, fouled off, 1-2 to Straining. Dribble down and in, line to third. Rodriguez makes the catch, though. That ends the inning. Cole, Fishman, Salmon has a 2-out double, though, as it makes it a 6-5 game to the 6th. Stern, Tabol, and Kaufman do up against our bullpen as Lafayette done here after 5 innings. 10 hits given up, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and 6 earned runs on 3 2-run homers. Stern to lead off the inning has that third 2-run homer. He was 1 for 2 today. Coming out of the bullpen for us, going to be rookie left-hander Biddles Patrick. Patrick is the most rested reliever, so we're going to go to him first. Third appearance for the rookie. He has a no record, a 13.50 ERA, and a 2.25 WHIP. In his 2 appearances, he's gone an inning and a third, giving up 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 1 strikeout, and 2 home run balls, both back-to-back homers. Batting average against .429 on the year. 2-seamer middle away to Stern is outside for a ball. Fastball up and in is a strike, 1-1. Ball down and away. Line in the left center field. Jennings going over. Dives, and he stops it in from getting by him, but it is a single for Stern, who's now 2 for 3. Almost another great wedge in there for Jennings, as Tibble due up next. Catcher singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Two-seamer up and in is inside, ball 1. Ball down and away. Pulled foul by Tibble, 1-1. Fastball down and in. Showing bunt is Tibble, but he pulls it back. 1-2 on the called strike. Two-seamer up. Lined in the left field. Hit pretty well by Tibble. Turnbull leaps at the wall just out of reach of his glove, and that's going to be extra bases for Tibble as the runner tries to score, but thinks better of it. Second and third, none down on the double. Now to bring up Kaufman, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. First pitch fastball up and in is a liner into right center field. Shallow. Correa on. It drops in front of his glove, but he deked the runners to hold at third. Bases loaded for Pitts. 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Looking to break the game open here as Specialist activates for Patrick. First pitch curveball down and away. Low, ball 1. Fastball middle in. Pitts fouls it off. 1-1. Two-seamer up and away from Patrick is fouled back. 1-2. Tough out activates against Specialist. Ball down in the way. Line to left field. That is going to get down for a base hit as Pitts will come through and get the 1 run in. Station to station. 7-5. Sirloins extend the lead back to 2. Next up is Brooks. 0 for 2 with the walk. Is Specialist active again for the tense Patrick now. First pitch two-seamer up and in is a strike. Going 1. Fastball down and in. Low. 1-1. Ball down and away. Check swing strike. 1-2. Fastball up and away. Check swing outside. 2-2. Two-seamer down and in. Grounded hard to third. Burnett can't get there as it gets past him in the left. I don't know why, but all right. 8-5 the score as Brooks now has an RBI. Next up, Rodriguez. 1 for 3 with a single. Remember, Patrick still has not recorded an out. First 5 batters have all reached. Fastball down and away. That makes it 6 as it's a grounder into right. 1 run scores. It is now 9-5 as we're still playing station to station. Next up, Overly. 2 for 3. 2-run homer and a single today. Two-seamer up and in. High. Ball 1. Fastball up and in. Inside. 2-0. Fastball down and away. Strike. 2-1. Ball down. Checked in the dirt. 3-1. Seamer up and away. Outside ball 4, and Patrick walks in a run. 10-5 now the scores. That brings up Stevenson. 1 for 3 with a single as Patrick's now rattled. Specialist active again. Fastball down and in is low. 1-0. Two-seamer up. Fouled back. 1-1 pitch coming. Fastball down and away. Check swing strike. 1-2. Ball down and in. Grounded hard, foul. Still 1-2. Seamer up and away. Fouled off. Stevenson fights it away. Fastball down and away. Dribbler to short, or charges, flips to second one. Salmon to first, in time on the double play, but the run scores it as 11-5. Runner third, 2 down for Rush, 1 for 3 with a single. With Patrick back to tense mojo now. Fastball away is a strike, 0-1. Curveball up, taken high, 1-1. Two-seamer down and in, called a strike, 1-2. Fastball up and away, swung through at strike 3, punch out for Patrick, his first of the inning, but he gives up 5 runs on 6 hits and just blows the game for us in 1 inning of work. Well, you're cut. Bottom 6, Correa, Jennings, and Turnbull do up. Here's Correa, 2 for 2 today, 2 doubles for him. Currently locked in at the moment. Changeup inside from Best, misses, ball 1. Changeup middle of the plate, turned on and ripped foul, 1-1. Just early on it was Correa. Fastball middle in, driven dead center field by Correa. He crushes that one, looking for the ball. Deepest part of the park, cannonball coming at you as it's over the leaping Rush's glove. First homer of the year for Dash Correa, as that makes it an 11-6 game. Had none of those runs scored, we would be tied. Next up is Jennings, 2 for 3 today, 2 singles and an RBI for the captain. Specialist is active from the 10th best. Fastball up, bloop to left field, hanging up though for Brooks, 1 down. Gotta bring up Turnbull, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Specialist active as well. Fastball up, swung through it late, 0-1. Change it down and in, rip foul, 0-2. Change it down, rip foul, still 0-2. Fastball up and in, pulled on the ground to first, hits there on the backhand, makes the play, 2 down. Next up is Burnett, 1 for 2 with the single, A's tense, and Specialist active again. Curveball in the dirt outside, ball 1. Fastball up and away outside, 2-0 to Burnett. Changeup hangs in the middle, lined right to Stern in right field, that ends the inning. But we do get a solo home run from Dash Correa to make it 11-6 to the 7th. Stern, Tibble, and Kaufman do up. Here's Stern, 2 for 3 today. He's homered, driving in 2, and singled today. Patrick done after 1 inning, giving up 6 hits, 5 runs, and striking out 1 batter. Also walked a batter. Going out of the bullpen is going to be rookie Mario Clark, as it's now a mop-up role, as we're down 5 runs. Clark making his 3rd appearance of the year. No record, a 2.25 ERA and a 150 whip. He has given up 1 earned run in 2 appearances, totaling 4 innings. 6 hits surrendered, 1 home run, and 2 strikeouts. Batting average against .333 on the year for him. First pitch fastball up and away to the locked-in claw. Stern is taken high, 1-0. Slider hangs. Stern grounds it up the middle for a base hit. His 3rd today, he's now 3 for 4. Second single for him is leadoff man on again for the Sirloins. Next up, Tibble, 2 for 3 with 2 double and a single. Change it down and in. Line to left center field as Tibble cracks it. Turnbull over, dives out of his reach, so it's going to be extra bases again. Gets it into cutoff man. Runner coming around 3rd. Here's the throw from Orr. Just late. An RBI double for Tibble. It's now 12-6. Next up, Kaufman, 3 for 4 today with 3 singles. Two-seamer high, taken, ball 1. Fastball up and away, fouled off, 1-1. Slider down and away, fouled off, 1-2. Tough out active for Kaufman here. Cutter up and in, inside, 2-2. Change it down and in, grounded to second. Salmon charges, backhands, fires to 3rd, and they got Tibble in a rundown. Salmon's going to run him down between the base paths for the first out as Kaufman reaches. Next up, Pitts, 2 for 4, singled in a run last time up. He's also hit a 2-run homer. Contact with right-hander active here. Change up in there. Fouled off, 0-1. Cutter middle away. Skied to right field. Correa back a few steps to his left. Makes the catch, 2 down. That's going to bring up the 3-hitter today, Brittany Brooks. Singled in a run last time. Oh, she walked in a run last time up. She's also singled, 1 for 3. Fastball down in the way. Lined up the middle. That's a base hit. That single extends the inning as she's on fire again. Here's Rodriguez, singled in a run, 2 for 4 today. Clark now tense. Cutter up and away, and the first pitch is a strike, 0-1. Sliding her away. Outside. 1-1. Two-seamer down and in. Swung over the top of it. 1-2. Fastball up and in high. 2-2. Change it down. Chased it in the dirt. Strike 3. First punch up for Clark. That ends the inning. Still a run back for the Sirloins on the double by Tabul. 12-6 to the bottom of the 7th. Or McFreddy and Ho do up against Best. There's Aaliyah Orr. 2 for 3 day for the rookie. She's driven in a run on one of those singles. Fastball up and away is high from Best. Ball 1. Curveball hangs, lined in the hole to left field past the diving Rodriguez. Base hit for Orr. Her third single today. She is 3 for 4. Next up, McFreddy. 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. He's also driven in a run. Singled last time at the plate. Fastball down the middle. 0-1 as Best as 10th still. Fastball down and in. Dribbler to short. Overly to second. 1. Coffin to first. Double play. And Best is back to neutral. Base is empty for Ho's 10th. We're pinch hitting for him with backup catcher Parker Freeman. 2 for 4 last game in his first start. Change up low. Ball 1. Change up high. 2-0. Fastball up line to center field. Base hit for Freeman. His first hit today in the pinch hit role. He's 1 for 1. Next up, Salmon. The Fishman 1 for 3 with an RBI double last time up. Best will be done. Is coming out of the bullpen is right-hander Durr Neverwalker. And my son is awake. 1. Alrighty, we're back. Fishman up 1 for 3 today with RBI doubles. Never Walker is out of the bullpen. Duro in the air has no record, a 0 ERA and a 0.50 WHIP. In his 2 appearances, he's gone 2 innings, giving up 1 hit, striking out 3. Batting average gets 143 on the year. Looks to close the door here. Fastball to letters 0-1. Fastball down the middle. Salmon pops it up in the shallow left field. Overly out there should make the catch, and he does. That ends the inning. To the 8th, it's Overly. Stevenson rushed up against Clark for the Sirloins. It's Overly 2 for 3. Walked his last time up, which scored a run. He's also hit a 2-run homer and singled. Freeman remains in the game in the catcher position. Cutter hangs. That's fouled off by Overly as he's late 0-1. Fastball up and in. Hit back to Clark, who reaches it out of the air. 1 down. Next up, Stevenson 1 for 4 today with a single as he's 10s. Change it down in the way to the rookie as a strike at the knees called 0-1. Two-seamer up and in. Chased it high 0-2. Cutter up and away. Chased it strike 3. Second punch out for Clark. 2 down. Next up, Rush 1 for 4 with a single. Slider down and away is in the dirt. Outside 1-0. Change it down and in. Low 2-0. Fastball up and away. High from Rush 3-0. Cutter down. Low. Ball 4. First walk from Clark. Rush reaches and then bring up Stern. 3 for 4. 2 singles, a homer, and 2 RBIs today. Two-seamer down. Low. Ball 1. Fastball up and in. Fouled off. 1-1. Change it down and in. Blooper to left center field. Jennings in. He's not going to get there. That's down. Rush going for third. Here's the throw. Just late. Runners at the corners. 2 down for Tabul, who doubled in a run last time up. He's 3 for 4 today with 2 doubles and a single. First pitch cutter up and away. Check swing strike. 0-1. Fastball down and away. Check swing strike. 0-2. Slider up. High. 1-2. Two-seamer down and in. Inside and low. 2-2. Change it up and in. Popped up. Shallow left field or out. Turnbull in or calls him off. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning as Clark strands the runners. Bottom 8. We're still down 6. Straining Correa and Jennings do up against Never Walker. Here's Straining, 0 for 3 today for the DH, looking to turn his luck around. Fastball outside from Never Walker, ball 1. Change of fastball away is a strike, 1-1. Fastball chased inside, 1-2. Fastball low, dribbled up the middle, backhanded by Kaufman, who makes the easy play, 1 down. Next up, Correa, solo home run last time up. He's also doubled twice today, still locked in. Slider hangs, swung late, 0-1. Fastball outside, 1-1. Fastball down at the knees, skied by Correa to center field. Easy play for Rush, he barely moves. 2 down. Next up, Jennings, 2 for 4 day, singled twice and driven in a run. Blew out last time up as that check swing is high on the heater, 1-0. Slider middle away, line to center field. It's right to Rush. He makes the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. At the 9th, we're still down 6. Kaufman, Pitts, and Brooks do up. Clark done after 2 innings as Kaufman's stepping up 3 for 5 today and locked in. Coming out of the bullpen, long reliever Violet Combs, who is locked in. Combs making her 2nd appearance of the year in her 1st outing. She got no record. Gave up no runs in 3 innings. No hits as well as she struck out 4 batters. Batting average against them 0. First pitch to Kaufman is a fastball. Swung through it. 0-1. Curveball middle away. Lined up the middle on the ground, and that's the first hit Combs has given up this year as Kaufman has her 4th hit today. She is 4 for 6 as Combs no longer locked in. Next up is Pitts, 2 for 5 today. He's hit a 2-run homer and singled in a run. First pitch changeup down and away to him is low and outside, 1-0. Slider up and in, almost hits Pitts, 2-0. Fastball down and in, ripped foul, 2-1 the count. Curveball down down and away. Grounded up the middle. That's another base hit. Sirloin's now up over 20 hits today. I believe that's 22 for them. 2 on, none out for Brooks, who's on fire with 2 singles, a walk, and an RBI. Just 2 for 4. Fastball down and away. Fouled off. 0-1. Ball down. Hard ground to the second. Salmon dives, cuts it off, flips the second 1. Or to first. That is late. Fielder's choice. Runners at the corners, 1 down for Rodriguez. 2 for 5 today in tenths. 2 singles and an RBI. Slider down and away is outside. 1-0. Ball down and in. Grounded to second. Salmon backhands, flips the second 1. Or to first. Double play as Combs gets out of the inning. To the bottom of the 9th, we're still down 6 runs. Turnbull, Burnett, and Ora are our last chances. It's the heart of the lineup to face Never Walker. There's Turnbull, rookie Turnbull, 1 for 4 with a single and an RBI today. Faces the now locked in Never Walker. Curveball popped up on the first pitch in front of the mound. Durr's going to make the catch, 1 down. Next up, Burnett, 1 for 3 in tenths with a single. Coming off the bench is backup third baseman Bad Hop Brown, the OG. Hitless on the year so far. Fastball in there, 0-1. Heater low in the dirt, 1-1. Fastball down and the ways outside, 2-1. Slide at the knees, line to center field. Guess what? Right to rush. 2 down. That'll bring up Orr, who's the last chance. Rookie 3 for 4 today with 3 singles and an RBI. Fastball up, high, ball 1. Ball down in the check swing, 2-0. Chased it up and in, 2-1. Chased it outside, 2-2. Fastball down and in, dribbled the short. Overly's going to make the easy play. 1-2-3 inning for Never Walker, and the Freebooters lose 12-6. As the Sirloins overpower them today, thanks in large part to our shitty bullpen from Biddles Patrick. Gave up 5 runs and sealed the deal as the Sirloins never turned momentum back over. Looking at the Sirloins box score, everybody in their lineup got a hit as they came together for 22 hits. 3 home runs, all of them 2-run homers. 1 for Stump Pitts, the former Freebooter captain, shortstop Prawn Overly, and right fielder Casper Stern. They drove in 11 runs. The 12th run came in on a double play ground out. 3 RBIs today for Overly, 3 for Pitts, 1 for Brooks, 1 for Rodriguez, 2 for Stern, and 1 for Teboul. On the other side, in our lineup, Kenzie Rodriguez, in her only plate appearance, got a walk, and then she sprained her wrist, diving back into second base in the first inning, so she had to leave with an injury. Everybody in the lineup got a hit today except pinch hitter Bad Hop Brown, catcher Effort Ho, and DH Elliott Straining. RBIs today for Salmon on a double, Correa with a solo home run, his first of the year, McFreddy an RBI single, or an RBI single, Turnbull an RBI single, and Jennings an RBI single. Pitching lines, Durbin Holmes, 4+ innings, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, a walk and a strikeout. He does not get a decision. Charlie Best gets the win, 2 2/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 home run. He improves to 1-0. Never Walker, 2 1/3 innings out of the pen, giving up nothing. For us, Lafayette takes the loss, 5 innings, 10 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 home runs, 8 strikeouts. She falls to 1-1. Biddles Patrick, an inning for the rookie, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, a walk and a strikeout. He is probably getting cut after this episode. Rookie Mario Clark in the mop-up role, 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, a walk and a strikeout. 2 strikeouts, not bad. And Violent Combs, an inning, 1 hit, 2 hits given up, and she strands no runs. Casper Stern, the player of the game, went 4 for 5 with the 2-run homer and 3 runs scored. Dash Correa, the runner-up, with his homer and 2 doubles and 2 runs scored with an RBI. And Stump Pitts, the third-place finisher, 3 for 6 for the former captain, home run and 3 RBIs with 2 runs scored. GG, thank you, Hoon. Good revenge game there for Pitts as he led the Sirloins to victory. Thankfully, in large part to our shitty bullpen. Of course, it also didn't help that Lafayette gave up 3 2-run homers today, but oh well. Now we're at 3-2. We are still in second place. And of course, the reliever I wanted to sign to replace Patrick gets picked up as soon as I need him. I hate this game. Fielder offends the Moonstars. He's replaced by Willie Bacon, the backup outfielder. Jeremy Rathskeller, who I was about ready to sign to replace Biddles Patrick. He is replacing veteran Taylor McWales on the hot corners. Rip Dingers goes to the Jacks, replacing Kathy Cul-de-sac as they upgrade a bench roll there. Dion Base released by the Sawteeth for Jeb Jumps as they improve their starting second basemanship. Nico Jennings has now maxed out his fielding. Doc Simpleman is going to be going back to the Sawteeth for another stint as he replaces lefty specialist Ray Merritt. Bit of a tit-for-tat upgrade there. And Wild Pigs signed Ralph Borgener, replacing Dominic Burnside, the former freebooter. Lafayette gets +4 accuracy despite the shitty showing. Freddie loses 2 contact, bit of a bummer. Moonstars signed former Herbosaurus ace and Hot Corners ace Gunnar Balmso as he replaces Newt Bradley. And that's it, okay. Alright, well I'm going to make roster moves now because I am annoyed with Patrick as he pretty much single-handedly fucked that up today. What am I looking to replace? What's the money? 4-5 it looks like, okay. He's just not working out. I think we need to move on, and in a hurry. Well, Ray Merritt is way too much money, but I do like him, so I'll put him on there. I do like Lantana, again, too much money. I guess Taylor McWales is the one we're going to go with. He's the exact same pitcher. He's a little bit underrated, but he is cheaper. I don't want to like shoot myself in the foot with these younger guys here, like Reed Kent. Not really my cup of tea. I mean, Chico Lapata, he would work. A bit of an upgrade there in the bullpen. We actually have a closer. We also have Smack Avery as well, who did lead the league in saves last year. Also has the specialist and is still a lefty. You know what? Let's just go ahead and get Chico Lapata. Let's just get the closer. Why not? We'll upgrade the bullpen at the same time. Look at that. What a steal. Alright, Chico, come on. Former Jack's closer is now our closer. So that means we're going to have 3 healthy relievers for next game. Combs is mostly fully rested after only throwing a handful of pitches. Rums, he's going to be fully rested because he had the game off. And Lapata's fully rested coming off of free agency. The only person unavailable out of the bullpen is rookie Clark. And that's all I'm willing to do right now. Alright, let's look at these upgrades here. So yes, this one for Orr is still here. We are going to get this one. I don't like this one for Freeman, even if it does improve his arm. Actually, you know what? I could get this because he doesn't run anyway, so could save up for this. Shame I'm never going to be able to get this one for McFreddy. Jennings, he doesn't need any more speed, I don't think. He does have Steeler already. Ho doesn't need this as much as Orr needs that. Salmon doesn't really need the arm and the power, so this is a dumb one. So we're going to get this one for Orr and save up for this one for Freeman. Sounds like a plan. Alright, Orr is going to get the 1 speed. Alright. Gets the 1 fielding as well. That's fine. 1 arm. Does not get the contact versus left-hander. Was hoping she would get the good roll, but nope, not today. Alrighty, let's sim up to the next game and see how the rest of the division does as we fall down to 4th place with that loss, as we lost by a bunch of runs. 6 to be exact. Killed our run differential. Overdogs beat the Grapplers 5-1. Heaters beat the Buzzards 5-1. Sirloins carry the momentum and crush the Blowfish 12-2 as they take the division lead. Moonstars taking on the Hot Corners. I would like a Moonstars win, and they crush the Hot Corners easily 14-1 as that moves us up to 3rd. Moose shut out the Herbosaurs 1-0. We're now only a half game behind. Oh, Wild Pigs beat the Sawteeth. I didn't see the wide load score. Buzzards beat the Crocs 7-4. Nemesis beat the B-Wolves 5-1. Moonstars are going to upend the Sandcats 12-4. And the Overdogs close it out 7-4 over the Jacks. So we are a half game behind the Wild Pigs and the Herbosaurs, who Herbosaurs lose in the sim. Wild Pigs win. Hot Corners lose, and Moose lose. Or did the Moose win? No, the Moose won. They shut out the Wild Pigs. That's right. Okay, cool. Sawteeth 0-6. Man, it brings me great joy to see them suck. Alrighty, next episode is going to be against the Moose. I believe this is the one. Is this a one game or is this a doubleheader? It is a doubleheader. Okay, next episode is a doubleheader tonight, guys. It's going to once again be Janice Berry on the mound in the first game and Robert Muddywater on the mound in the second game. As you know, last doubleheader, Janice Berry got the win in her debut. We almost blew that lead. And then in the second game, Robert Muddywater got the shit kicked out of him, and then he got a line drive to the ribs for his troubles. So hopefully not a repeat of last time, as we take on the last place Moose, who are only 2-4. Let's hit the lineup here, call today. Correa leading off in right field is locked in. Jennings in center field, the captain bats second. Salmon at second, the fishman bats third. Or the rookie at shortstop, locked in and batting fourth. McFreddy bats fifth at first base. Burnett in third base still. He is tense, batting sixth. Ho, the catcher, is tense. I'm going to sub him out for Parker Freeman. Brown will DH. He'll bat eighth. And Turnbull will bat ninth in left field. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. Alright, sounds good to me. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Tough loss out there today. It was close for the most part. And then one bad inning from our bullpen kind of just, ruined the rest of the game for us. Currently sitting tied for third place. Or no, we're in third place by ourselves. Half game out of first. Let's see if we can bounce back in the doubleheader against the Moose. Made it this deep. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it was a little bit entertaining. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, this is the Nasty One, signing off.